Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to my channel again. I wanted to cover a few topics right now that I've done some research, and I normally do the research for myself so that I can compare it against my 6 years that I've been out there to then take this research, dissect it, and then give it back to you as pure raw content to let you know and to realize the actual authentic realism of what's going on out there in the market. And, I'm looking at this research, and today's topic is going to be basically on slowdowns, periods in the gig economy. Basically, how the gig economy is now exploding, and it's been around for a very long time because I've been in it for 6 years. And I remember starting with Uber rideshare and working into food deliveries, and I said, "The hell with this! I don't want nobody in my car. I'd rather just do food delivery," and I fell in love with it. And then I just saw the potential of how much money I can make. It's also great for people that are retired. Okay, if you want to get out of the house, if you don't want to stay home. I remember during the pandemic, pre-pandemic, when everything was closed down completely. Closed. And people were social distancing and staying in their house. You cannot imagine how it felt for me to be able to get out of the house and go out. No cars on the road. I was still able to make food deliveries. I had a pretty positive attitude because I said to myself, I just go out and just make the deliveries. At that time, my customers were grateful. They were appreciative. At that time, it was at its height. Okay? At that time, there was no slowdown. None whatsoever. Then post-pandemic, when it started to end, okay, and the economy got worse and worse and worse, inflation, more people got let go from their jobs. I'm sure you heard about Pepsi-Cola letting truck drivers go. So I've seen that research as well too. So every time people get let go from a company or from a job that they've been in for a very long time, or even the retirements, when they start to retire, guess what? The gig economy grows. More people enter the market. Okay? And I look at it like this. You can look at it as a negative thing, or you can look at it as a positive thing. Okay? When you're out there on your own by yourself, when you have rules and strategies that you know consistently work all the time, it does not matter how many people enter the market. It doesn't. The pie is big. Everyone can prosper. Even if you eliminate half the workforce in the gig economy, people are still going to cap at a certain level because you can work when you want to and end when you want to. The money is there. Right there. It's right there. Do you want it or not? Bottom line. And I know that when it was the pandemic time, I went out there and I hustled. And I got out of the house. And I was blessed and grateful because I'm a natural salesperson. So I worked in sales for 12 years. So I took everything that I knew in sales and applied it to the gig economy. And it worked. As a matter of fact, anybody that works in the gig economy, they're natural salespeople. They have goals that they have to hit, numbers that they have to do. They have to be hustlers. They got to provide customer service. They're salespeople. That's what it is. You're just not selling anyone. You're not telling somebody, here, please sign the contract. No, you're not closing anyone. So yes, even salespeople can do this. You take your basic science of numbers of being in sales and just apply it. And basically the best way to stay profitable is to stay strong mentally. Keep going. Don't stop. Are you going to face challenges every day? Of course you are. All right? It's just like any job, okay, or any business. All right? But remember why you're in this. What's your motivating reason why? Right now, my biggest motivating reason why is to provide this content to you guys and build my YouTube channel. So that one day, when I get monetized, I can use that money for monetization to keep me out here and experiment even more with the gig economy. Okay? To experiment more with the ups and downs. I'm sure that there are a bunch of YouTubers out there, I'm not going to mention no names, who are monetized and take these ridiculous offers from DoorDash or take these ridiculous offers. They experiment with reward programs. They experiment with everything they can possible because they're monetized. They're making their money. Okay? They're making their money. To be able to test DoorDash out to provide you with the information that you need to say, hey, is it worth it for me to do this or is it not worth it for me to do this? And that's the level that I'm going to get to. Right now, I'm doing it right now, and I have the time. I use my dead time the right way. So whenever you feel that it's slowing down, just remember, keep your head above water. Lock in your market. Work your market. There will be days that you'll discover that they're very slow. My days are Tuesdays. They're very, very funky. I could have all 3 apps on at full strength. I could be working my hours, and I start to realize, damn, nothing's coming through. What's going on? And it's natural for you to get negative because our minds have that negative bias. It's built into us over thousands upon thousands of years for survival. You ain't going to get rid of it. You have to train your mind for the positive, not the negative. Okay? You know you're working the hours. You know you have 3 apps on. You know you have your market. Those are all positives. If you have all those 3 things up, boom, you're done. You're going to make money. You're going to generate an income. I can't tell you how much, but you're going to generate an income. Okay? So if you have those 3 strategies in place, you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Definitely. Concentrate on your order times. Okay? Try to work more of Walmart Sparks at a time when DoorDash is busy. Okay? Normally between 11 and 2. If you're getting enough stuff from Walmart Sparks, just keep DoorDash on in the background. Watch them. See what's going on. That's a great way to research the apps, especially at certain given times, supposedly when it's a slow time, okay? It's really up to you. Every industry has an uptime and a slow time. Every industry has people that move in and move out. It ain't no different, okay? But if you're going to stay the long haul, whether it's part-time or full-time, and you're trying to aim for something bigger, then you have to study your market. You have to realize that you're doing your best, and your best is good enough. That's all you can do. There's nothing else you can do. If you're retired, know how much hours you want to put in. Be blessed and grateful that you can get out of the house and do something, okay? You're collecting your Social Security. That's great. You want to go out somewhere and do something? Get out and do something. It feels productive for you. That's how I felt like during the pandemic. I got the hell out of the house, and I'm blessed and grateful. Okay? And that's the way you got to look at it. So when you have to deal with anything that's a slow time, just learn to just take that, stay positive. Just stay positive when you go out there, okay? Stay positive. It's natural to be negative. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, okay? But only you can stay strong. Only you can keep going. You have to make your reality. Don't let the world make it for you. So when I read this here on this information, I kind of like, go back to it and I say to myself, wow, it's like, this is how I kept myself going. And that's what I want to pass on to you guys. This is the way you got to do it. So if you're out there by yourself, if you're out there driving in your car by yourself, if you're hitting certain things that don't work out very well, hey, I'm with you, man. I know what that's like. I know what that's like. But remember, if you have those 3 core strategies in your head, and you end it with those very same words, I'm doing my best, and my best is good enough, then you're doing it. And I guarantee you, if you stick with that formula, and you basically micromanage yourself, and you keep track of your numbers, it keeps your mind stimulated. It shows you your potential, even in slow times. It's like, you're not going to believe the data. You're just not going to believe it. It's all about owning your market, staying in your market, working your market, knowing your standards, what you're willing to take, what you're not willing to take, what you're willing to decline, okay? And here's a little tidbit. If you're only working DoorDash and you're not working Walmart Sparks or you're not working GrubHub, all I can say to you is stay strong with DoorDash. It's tough. Working DoorDash on its own by itself 8 hours a day is tough. Just to hit $100 is hard. It's rough because you're going to be declining a lot of their garbage. They send a lot of garbage, okay? And you're going to be hitting that decline button constantly. Remember, you can always decline any offers you want. You do not get penalized. They do not knock you off the platform, okay? The same thing in Walmart Sparks, the same thing in GrubHub. Choose the deliveries that are worth it for you. Even in the slow times, hold your head up high. Okay? If you're following those basic standards, those strategies, by the end of the day, you will make an income. I can't guarantee you what that hourly rate is going to be, but you're going to make an income. You're definitely going to make an income. And that's what you got to realize and understand. Just keep going. But if you're on DoorDash, try to sign up for another app. That's going to help you a lot, especially during downtimes. You need to increase the number of apps. And I totally get it. Oh, you know what? No, I'm just going to stay with DoorDash. I'm not going to do anything else. You know, why is it that some people do rideshare and some people do food deliveries? Or why is it that some people do food deliveries or they do shopping? Okay? Our minds are going to gravitate towards what's familiar. It's not you. It's what our minds will gravitate towards. I'm always going to gravitate towards working smarter, not harder. Okay? So I'm only going to gravitate towards or build strategies around how can I basically do deliveries without having to shop or without having people in my car. That's where my mind is going to gravitate towards. Working smarter, not harder. And listen, if you're doing just DoorDash alone, but you're getting frustrated because you're not making enough money, or if you're doing Walmart Sparks, but you think it's slow and you haven't signed up for DoorDash, or if you just want to have all 3 apps just under your belt, because maybe Tom knows what he's talking about, then do it. Get that one little app. Get into it slowly. Okay? That's what I did. I first started with DoorDash. Then I had Uber Eats. Okay? Messed up with Uber Eats because I didn't know how to do my strategies very well. Got deactivated from them. So make sure to pay attention and respect the apps. When you take a delivery, you run it. Even if you have to shut off the other apps until you finish that delivery. Then you turn it right back on and see what else is out there. The business is always going to be out there. You just got to know how to manage it the right way. Okay? The money is there. Whether you leave the deliveries or go back into the deliveries, the money is there. Just think of it like this. How powerful is it to have these apps in your back pocket on your cell phone? It's like having a full-time job in your pocket that you can activate anytime you want. If you become unemployed, if you go work at a job and you can't stand working in that job, you know what? Screw this. I want to get out of here. Boom. And you can go look for another job somewhere else, but you can still generate an income. Okay, that's how powerful these apps are. Whether it's slow times or busy times, okay? And the more power you have comes in the more apps you have. Even if you only do 2, just 2. My main apps are DoorDash and Walmart Sparks. Just 2, okay? If you can do just 2 apps and you have a solid market, even if you have to drive into the market 10 minutes, I have to drive into my market about 10 minutes away. I don't mind. It's only 10 minutes away. Work that market. Stay in that market. It's familiar to me. I know how much I can make there. Okay? That's the way you beat times when they're slow. Multi-app. But if you're going to stay with one app, you better follow that strategy. Choose your market. Work the market, work the hours. That's the best that you can do. You'll probably just cap at a certain level because you're going to need another app to be able to break to the next level. So that being the case, I hope this information helped you a lot. Again, always comment below if you have any questions. Let's build this community, keep it positive, keep it strong. We can do this with no office politics or no boss over us because we are individual solopreneurs. Okay? Have a great day. Subscribe to my channel and have a blessed day.